Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy hump day once again, and today we're going to look at a few different stories, including some pretty big developments out of Solve.Care, who have partnered with Lyft. We'll take a look at that from a few different perspectives. It is being covered by Forbes, as well as all the regular crypto outlets. So we'll take a look at that news. We'll take a look at what Bitcoin whales are up to. It seems like they're in an accumulation phase. Likely they got that strategy from me. That's my only reasonable conclusion, because I've been talking about accumulation for a while now. We'll also take a look at, in a post-mortem sense, why this crash of 2018, so all of last year, occurred. Article by Romel. But let's begin on Twitter with @AltcoinBuzzIO. We are saying huge use of Bitcoin to pay for coffee in-store will be huge progress for the adoption of Bitcoin for everyday transactions, as Starbucks, thousands, probably millions of customers around the world will be given the freedom to use it for payment. Yes, we're talking about Bakkt, B-A-K-K-T, which has struck a deal with Starbucks to accept Bitcoin payments in 2019. Can you believe it? Clicking on that link, we're brought to the following on zycrypto.com. Bakkt strikes a deal with Starbucks to accept Bitcoin payments in 2019. Seems like we've been talking about this for a while. Get rid of that. So America's leading coffee company, Starbucks, acquired significantly large equity from the long-awaited Bitcoin trading platform Bakkt in exchange for use of Bitcoin by customers in their stores. So they're not technically an investor in the Bakkt equity, but Starbucks accepted the equity and has agreed to become Bakkt's first merchant. Not bad for a first partner. The use of Bitcoin to pay for in-store coffee will be huge as far as adoption goes. This is also a potentially huge market expansion strategy for Starbucks, as cryptocurrency enthusiasts may start patronizing the stores when the doors open for Bitcoin. And if you ask me, this is lining up pretty nicely with some of the second layer solutions, i.e. the Lightning Network. For the longest time, it didn't make sense to pay for something, small transactions at least, with Bitcoin, because the cost of the transaction would more often than not outweigh what it was you were buying in terms of cost. But we're developing in a certain direction where this is becoming more and more viable. Only American customers will benefit from the use of Bitcoin initially, but that will eventually spread to other countries where Starbucks is available. It is not yet certain when the stores will start accepting Bitcoin according to the collaboration, but hopefully in 2019, hopefully, because it is also not certain when Bakkt will launch. Yes, that's the other question. CoinGape.com is also covering this story. Starbucks secretly holds significant equity in Bakkt crypto platform, Sip Coffee on Crypto. As per the reports, Starbucks holds a good amount of equity in intercontinental exchanges Bakkt. However, the specific amount is still out of sight, but reports suggest disproportionately high given that they did not make a cash investment. The report was first published on The Block and eventually shared on social media by Mike Dudas, Twitter enthusiast, who stated the following: Scoop, Starbucks received significant equity in Bakkt in return for commitment to allow Bitcoin payments in store in 2019. This could be, again, we're not popping the champagne or anything, guys. I always like to use that expression. But can you imagine if this takes off? This is what mass adoption looks like. This is at least one of the initial steps. This is great. Starbucks clarified some rumors that were swirling immediately, and they said no, they're not accepting Bitcoin for any kind of business arrangement. They're just partnering with the Bakkt platform. They're not accepting any kind of cryptocurrency. Eventually, Bakkt will enable its users to trade and convert the Bitcoin into fiat currencies and then pay out for items at Starbucks. Quote, as the flagship retailer, Starbucks will play a pivotal role in developing practical, trusted, and regulated applications for consumers to convert their digital assets into US dollars for use at Starbucks. So it looks like Starbucks is going to become the next crypto fiat exchange, at least to begin with, in the US. More coverage of this story is also available on CryptoPotato.com. Bakkt Bitcoin futures. New info reveals equity for Starbucks in exchange for adoption. New leaked information reveals that Starbucks received, again, the word is being thrown around, a significant equity stake in Bakkt Bitcoin futures platform in exchange for using its software to facilitate purchases of Starbucks products with cryptocurrencies. Bakkt's launch is on a never-ending delay due to regulatory approval, but people are saying that it is inevitable, and I hope that they're right. And finally, direct Bitcoin payments for Starbucks could bring unprecedented utility to the first cryptocurrency. Lightning Network, this is what you were born to do. Let's make it happen. I cannot wait to see this come to fruition. I'm certainly hoping that all of this is accurate. Let us see what happens. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. I'm very excited. And in some other good news here, also being brought to you by @AltcoinBuzzIO on Twitter. Whoa, Solve.Care partners with Lyft. A Care.wallet user will be able to schedule their Lyft rides to hospitals and pharmacies. Also, patients can automatically pay for the ride with their Care.wallet. Not too bad. Also being covered here by Forbes. SolveCare tweeted the following: "We're partnering with Lyft. As a Care.wallet user, you'll be able to schedule your own Lyft ride to hospitals and pharmacies at a time convenient for you. Additionally, payments can automatically pay for the ride with their Care.wallet. #SolveCare. And it looks like this caught the attention of Forbes.com. Lyft and Solve.Care use blockchain to improve medical care. At Solve.Care, the vision is to enable a healthcare system that accomplishes effective and accessible patient care at affordable prices. Solve.Care CEO Pradeep Goel believes that information transparency is critical to achieving this goal. Further, he told me in an interview earlier this month that information transparency needs to include packaging the information in a way that patients can understand. This is also being covered on BitcoinExchangeGuide.com. Lyft users could pay rides with crypto after a new partnership with Solve.Care. Read about all the developments specifically in this article. The big quote here by the CEO, again, that's Pradeep Goel. He said the following: "Solve.Care is continually working to offer better access to medical care. By partnering with Lyft, our platform will provide a more efficient and seamless experience for patients and enable payers, employers, and other agencies to improve patient satisfaction through timely access to care, reduce wait times, and simpler cost sharing and access to transportation subsidies." And you may not be familiar with SolveCare as far as the crypto listings. They're quite a ways down, but nevertheless, they got some very positive attention as a result of this news. They're up over 15% on the day and up nearly 50% over the course of the last week. So clearly, the market has been responding well to these latest developments. Congratulations to them. And in other news here on altcoinbuzz.io by Luke, Bitcoin whales have accumulated 150,000 Bitcoins in the last 60 days. According to Weiss ratings, 150K Bitcoins have been accumulated by crypto whales in the last 2 months. So, a well-known financial firm, Weiss Ratings, they're saying that Bitcoin whales have been buying quite a lot lately. It's practically a feeding frenzy. It shows that although the value of Bitcoin is down by 80% since the all-time highs in December of 2017, the interest in the digital currency is not going away. Here's what they tweeted: 100 largest #BTC wallets, not counting exchanges, have accumulated over 150,000 worth of Bitcoin during the last 2 months. They did this most likely to sell at peak and then buy back at the lower price. Good for them. And guess what? This tweet, as Luke writes from Weiss, furthermore corresponds with the opinions of other cryptocurrency influencers. Spencer Bogart of cryptocurrency and blockchain venture firm Blockchain Capital, for instance, mentioned in an interview recently with Bloomberg Television that now is a good time to buy Bitcoin. Because according to Spencer, institutional money should start to flow in since entrepreneurial activity has not slowed down. And switching gears with our final piece today, we're looking at this article by Romel. Why did crypto crash in 2018? So if you're looking at dissecting the bear market that's really been the story that we've been covering for the last over a year now, you could check this article out. It's a very interesting one. The cryptocurrency market crashed in early 2018. Yes, unfortunately, for a plethora of reasons. Some of these reasons were out of our control, while some might have been our fault. Bitcoin, of course, hit its all-time high of over 19,000 US dollars in late 2017, early 2018. And that made it seem as if the sky was not the limit, but the moon was. The market cap for the entire crypto market surpassed $800 billion worldwide. According to the Wall Street cheat sheet, we must have been in the euphoric stage. Romel is referring to this graphic right here. Right before the next drop, that according to the market cycle would happen within 2 months, the crypto market leveled near a market cap of $200 billion, and within a month doubled back to $400 billion. If you've not seen this graphic, it's just a classical piece of investment theory. The idea being that the market really does move in cycles, and you have these phases of hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria, followed by progressive stages of denial and depression and eventually capitulation before really things pick back up and they repeat themselves ultimately. This is why you want to buy low and sell high, despite the fact that everybody does the opposite in practice. Cycles repeat themselves, so buy low and sell high. Please, for the love of God, I implore you to buy low and sell high, although that's not financial advice. If you want to check out the rest of Romel's article here with a whole bunch of reasons as to why this particular market acted the way it did, reasons about mass media, reasons about the influence of different people, celebrities in the crypto space, ICOs, how that affected things, all the scammers out there in this Wild West environment that we find ourselves in. 6 pretty good reasons as to why we saw the crash that we did throughout 2018. I would like to think that we're perhaps in the depression phase of things now, maybe the anger stage of things before things pick back up again, and there is going to be some incredulity and some disbelief as we rise back up, but eventually it's going to happen. At least that's my contention. Let me know what you think and where you think we're at in the comments below. With that, everybody, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and follow us as well. Check our website, altcoinbuzz.io. If you enjoyed this video, hey, smash the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications. Check out our last couple of videos. All the best of luck if you choose to invest, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, on this hump day. And we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.